Welcome back to our channel, Programming with Kapil. In this video, we are going to delve into some essential SQL commands that will take your querying skills to the next level. Today, we'll be focusing on powerful commands like where, group by, having, order by, and even touch base creating the temporary tables. So, by the end of this crash course, you will have a solid understanding of how to leverage these commands to manipulate and analyze your data effectively. So let's get started. The first step is the where clause. The where clause is like a filtering mechanism for your SQL queries. It allows you to extract specific rows from a table based on a given condition. For example, you can select all the customers who are from a particular city or all the products with the price higher than a certain value. So the syntax is straightforward. Select column 1, column 2 from table name, where, and then the condition. So for example, let's say we have a customer table and we want to find all the customers from the country US. So the command will be select star from customers where country equal to USA. Okay, the next one is the group by clause. As the name suggests, this particular clause is used to group the records based on a specific column or based on a specific value of a specific column. So for example, you can group the records based on a location, like all the customers from US, all the customers from India, all the customers from Italy, and all that. So there are different groups: India, Italy, and US, like that. So this clause is used to group rows that have a same values into summary rows. Okay. So it's particularly useful when you want to apply aggregate functions like sum, average, count, etc. to each group. So the syntax is select column 1 and then the aggregate function of column 2 from table name, group by column 1. Okay. So for example, let's consider a sales table containing information about individual sales transactions. We can use group by to find out total sales amount for each product using the command select product sum of sales amount from the table name sales and group by product. Okay, next one is having clause. The having clause is similar to where clause, but it's used with the group by clause. To filter results after grouping, you can use the having clause. So this allows us to set conditions on aggregated data. The syntax would be select column 1 aggregate function of column 2 from the table name, the group by column 1 having, and then the condition. If you see, example would be, let's continue with the same example, the previous one, where we calculated the sum of the total sales of each product. Okay, so let's say we want to find out products with total sales greater than 10,000. Okay, so if there are products where the sales, the sum of all the orders or the sales is less than 10,000, that will not be included in the results. So how will we do that? We just use the previous command, select product, comma, the aggregate function sum of the sales amount from the table name sales, group by product, having sum of sales amount greater than 10,000. Okay, next one is the order by clause. This allows us to sort the results based on one or more columns in the ascending or descending order. So by default, the sorting is ascending order, is in the ascending order. But if you want to see the result in the descending order, you just need to use DESC at the end of the command. So the syntax is select column 1, column 2 from table name, order by column 1, and then you can write DESC. Okay, so for example, let's consider an employees table with the information about employees, including their salaries. To see the highest paid employees first, we can use the order by clause, select name, salary, from the table name is employee, order by salary, DES. Alright, last but not the least, the temporary tables. The temporary tables are a powerful tool for intermediate data storage during the complex queries. They only exist during the current session and are automatically dropped when the session ends. So the syntax to create a temporary table is create table and then table name. So all you have to do is just before the table name you have to put the prefix hash. So create table hash table name, and then you can define the columns. Okay, so take an example. Suppose we need to work with a subset of orders table where the order table exceeds $500. Okay, so we have a table called orders, and we have a lot of details of each order in that table, including the amount. So we only want to analyze the data wherein the order value is more than $500. Okay, so we will be working on that particular subset of the table. So what we can do is that we can create a temporary table called high value orders using the command create table hash high value orders and then define the column. Alright, so congratulations, you have now learned about some of the essential SQL commands that will undoubtedly enhance your data querying skills. The where clause helps you filter the data. The group by and having clauses allows you to summarize and filter grouped data. The order by clauses help you to sort your results, and the creation of temporary tables aids in the complex querying tasks. So keep practicing and experimenting with these commands to become a true SQL master. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel for more exciting SQL tutorial. Let's meet up in the demo session now, where I'll be showing you how these commands work in the MS SQL database. Welcome back to the demo of the session 4 SQL Basics to Advanced series. Here is a list of all the topics to be covered for the demo today. So in order to understand these commands, we would require some of the sample data. Therefore, to save your time, I have already created a table named employee with some sample data in it. Because by now, I hope that you already know how to create a table and insert data in that. If not, you can have a look at my previous videos. Okay, let's see what we have in the employee table which I have created. So I've used the command select star from employee, and I see, and let's see, execute this, and I see 9 records in total, and employee ID, first name, last name, email, designation and salary as the columns. Okay, so the first topic of today would be where command, which I've already covered in some of my previous sessions. But just for the refresher, if you want to see, you can have a look. Otherwise, you can skip it. So the syntax would be select star from employee, where, and then the condition, salary less than 20,000. Okay, let's execute this. So we have 6 records satisfying this condition. Okay, let's see what happens if we use two conditions after where. So I'll use the same command, select star from employee where salary less than 20,000 and add another condition, or designation equal to marketing manager. And let's execute this, and it's showing 7 records. And if we check the total records from this employee table, originally were 9. That means 2 records couldn't satisfy the condition and hence removed from the display. Okay. So next up is the group by command. So in order to use group by command, it is essential to use any of the aggregate function like min, max, sum, average, etc., which I will cover in the next few upcoming videos. For now, let's just calculate the average salaries of each designation. So one important point to remember here is, if you are calculating the average, it is not possible to display all the columns of the table. You just need to display the column designation in our case, based on which we are doing the grouping, and the average salary, the new column which we'll be creating. So the syntax I'll be using is select designation, comma, average of salary column, and then the alias as average underscore salary from the table employee. And then we'll use group by designation, and let's execute this. So what it's doing is it's grouping the data based on the designation and then calculating the average salary of each group. Okay. Next step is the having command, which is nothing but putting conditions in the grouped by data. Okay, similar to where condition, which puts a condition in the regular data. So if you have a grouped data and you want to put condition, you don't need to use where, you will have to use having. So to make it easy, I'll use the same command which we have used in the group by and put the having condition in that. So it is select designation, average salary from employee, group by designation, having average salary more than 20,000. So meaning display only the groups where this average salary is more than 20k. Okay, executing. There is only one group which can satisfy. Let's change it to less than 20,000, and it's showing 2 groups, finance manager and IT manager are the 2 groups where salary is more than 22. Okay, let's move to order by. So if you have to sort in the results in a specific order, you can use order by command. Okay, I'll use the same command which we have used before and put order by condition in that. So let's order by the same average salary, and let's execute this. Okay, so by default it is showing the ascending order. If you want to make it descending, you need to put a word DESC at the end, and it will start showing the results in the descending order of average salary. Okay, so last but not least, we have temporary tables. So temporary tables are used when you have to analyze the data but don't want to insert it into the database before checking the results of your analysis. So these tables get deleted as soon as you log out of SSLS2. So the command is create table, and then you have to use hash before the name of the table you are creating. So hash temp table, and I'll be using the same column structure, same table structure which I have used for the employee to demo this concept. So create table, hash temp table, and then employee ID and first name, last name, email, etc. Okay, execute the command, execute it successfully. Let's insert the same data in the table as well. Temp table. Okay, insert into hash temp table the values and on the same values. Okay, execute this command. Okay, so data has been inserted successfully. Let's see, verify whether it shows the results if we use the select execute. Okay, it is showing the same 9 records which were there in the employee table. So that means the table is created. Everything is fine. Now let's log out of SSMS and see, and we will log in back and see whether we are able to access the data or see this table or not. Ideally it should not. Well, let's see. So I'll go to, we have saved this and click on file, and on the top the second option is disconnect, and again I'll connect with the database engine. Now let me open the same file, the query editor file which we were using, and it was SQL1. Yes, it is. Okay, so let me use the same database which we were using, because the table was created in this database battlefield. Now if we run the select command for that table, it says invalid object. That means there is no such table in this database. That is why it is called temporary table. So that was it for today, guys. Keep learning, keep upskilling yourself every day. It will definitely make the difference in your life. If you liked this video, please click on the like button, and if you want to see more videos like this, I request you to please subscribe to my channel, Programming with Kapil. Thank you for your time. Bye bye and happy learning.